Hi, this is Jill from Humu Yoga, and this is the full practice. This week we're working with the theme of starting, and we're going to focus on the side body, which is really important because it's the lats, the ribs, the intercostal muscles, the obliques, the QLs, and it's super important for posture and for health of your whole torso. So we'll go ahead and do a quiet centering, and then I'll go through the inspirational quotes on starting, and then I'll take us through a full practice using the focus of side body. So if this is something you really like, please subscribe, because I do a different focus and a different theme every week. So to get started, just take the hands down to the sides for a moment, and you can close your eyes and just start to visualize how you're sitting. So the muscles you're sitting on, pelvic floor, just engage them enough for support. And we call that mula bandha, and that means root lock. And then above that, below the belly button, draw the belly in and get a sense of lift. We call that uddiyana bandha, and that means flying upward. And then at the top of the spine, just draw the chin down. We call that Jalandhara bandha, or chin lock, and it seals in the energy of the bandhas. And with the bandhas engaged now, you can release the hands because you're fully supported from inside, and just begin to focus on the breath. And as you inhale, you want to inhale into the entire circumference of the rib cage. Just feel it expand. And then exhale, feel it relax. Very naturally. Big inhalation. And exhale. And one more time. Inhale, feel the expansion, and exhale. And now let's take the hands together in prayer position, and we'll vibrate together with the mantra Om, and then I'll go through the quotes. Inhale. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. The beginning is the most important part of the work. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Beginnings are often disguised as painful endings. Starting. I always say, the starting is the hardest part, especially if you have a daily practice or something new you're trying. It's so easy to put things off. But once you just get started, everything becomes easier, and you stay present with it. So we'll go ahead and let's get started. We'll come to all fours. So you just make your way over, and let's focus on moving the spine with these cat-cows. So we'll exhale to really round the spine, pull the belly in to support that, and then as you come forward, inhale, lengthen, and the front body, and now you're working the back body a bit. And then exhale, now you're pulling the front body in, and we're stretching the back body. And then inhale, come forward. Now we're working the back body and opening across the chest, across the belly. And last one, just come to neutral. And from here, pull the belly in, lift up, and go back. Downward facing dog. Now feel the length here. So from your pinky fingers all the way up to your hips, down to your heels. You can bend the knees because I want you to try and get your chest closer to your legs. If you're here, bending the knees might help you to push back more. And just play with that a bit. And just notice what's going on in your body and what you're feeling today. Are you feeling your calves, your hamstrings, maybe your shoulders? Pull the belly in for support. And then we're going to slowly make our way up. So push down, pull the belly in, and slowly make your way up. You can be as wide as you need, and just let your body hang for a moment. You can even grab the elbows and gently let the head just relax. Just let your neck open up a little, shoulders. And then release the hands. Let's slowly curl up the spine. So pull the belly in for support, and you're stacking your spine one vertebra at a time. Just feel that. And then you get all the way up to the top and let the shoulders fall down and into place. And then we'll step everything together for Samasatihi, standing still and straight and ready to begin sun salutations. So before we start, I always practice with a set of yoga blocks and a little towel. They can just come in handy, but totally not necessary if that's not a part of your practice. Here we go. Inhale, reach way up. Now, as you reach up, I want you to feel that sense of shoulders rolling away from your ears and elevation. Urdvahastasana. So that's what it means, elevated, right? Really extending the arms and the hands. And then exhale, fold. Pull the belly in. And then inhale, lengthen. And let's exhale, take it back to plank. And hold the plank here for a moment. Nice strong plank. Make sure you're not sinking and your butt's not sticking out, tail under. I'm going to take the knees down because this assists me better for lowering to keep that line, and then push back up. And then from here, come forward to upward facing dog, shoulders down, and there's a sense of widening. I'm pushing down with my toes. The tail is under, gazing down the nose, but lifting up, and then take it back downward facing dog. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, really reaching through the arms. And then reaching down through the heels, pulling the belly in, long inhalations, long exhalations. Let's slowly make our way up. I'm pushing down and lifting the belly up and trying to be really light here. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, reach out. Now reach up, elevate, externally rotate, shoulders away from your ears, and then exhale, hands down. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach up, really reach. Exhale, fold. And from here, inhale, lengthen. Let's go ahead and take it back. Hold your plank, and let's lower, keeping that line, and rise, and come through. Inhale. Lifting the sternum, tail is under, legs are activated, and then we'll take it back, downward facing dog. Reaching and breathing, inhale, and exhale. Keeping that length, inhale. That length you feel from your pinky finger to your hips, that's your side body. Feel that, inhale, and exhale. And let's make our way up. Pull the belly in, press down, all the way up. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, reach way up. And exhale, hands down. Now we'll go to Surya Namaskar B. I'm gonna use the blocks for this. They give me some height and they make my practice a little lighter, and I like that. So inhale here, Uttanasana, reach up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And I'm gonna go ahead and hop back, but you could step back lightly. And let's lower, exhale. And rise and come through. Find an inhalation here. Inhale, tail down. And exhale, downward facing dog. I'm stepping my right foot forward, lift up. Let's rise up. Keep your hands down by your sides for a moment. Bend the back knee so that you take the tail under and feel the hip flexor stretch for a moment. Now let's take angel arms for a minute, lifting the sternum. Notice how angel arms engage your back muscles. Now start to straighten the back leg. Start to reach the arms, reach straight up, lift the shoulders, and then roll them away from your ears and reach up and back, up and back, up and back. And then inhale, rise up, reach forward, take your hands down, and step back. And then from here, let's go ahead and lower and rise. And come through. Big breath in. And exhale, downward facing dog. Left side. Inhale, stepping that left foot up there. Rise up. Keep your hands by your side for a moment, gazing down your nose. Bend the back knee. Feel the hip flexor stretch. You're pushing that right butt under. And then from here, take your angel arms. So you're feeling the back muscles as you do that. The elbows bend and you use the back muscles. Now start to reach the arms. You can lift the shoulders, elevate, but externally rotate. Roll them away from your ears as you reach Inhale, rise up. Really reach forward, stepping back. And let's go ahead and lower. And then rise and come through. Inhale, lift. And exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe. Inhale. Getting longer. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Really reaching through the hands, reaching through the heels. Bend the knees. If you want to try this, you can lightly hop up, find a little target, lift way up, and put the feet down lightly and fold. Bend the knees, reach your arms, and exhale, come to stand. One more, bend the knees. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale here, lengthen. Let's lightly make our way back, lift, and then we're gonna lower. Rise up, come through. Big breath in here. Tail down, sternum lifted, and downward facing dog. Let's step the right foot forward. This time warrior one, so take the back foot down. We're gonna find those arms, really reach, reach. You can elevate, externally rotate. Maybe your hands come together this time. Inhale, reach, and then take the hands down and step back. And then let's lower. Sun salutations are so great for opening up the body. Inhale and exhale. And it's a great way to get started. Step the left foot forward, take the back foot down. Inhale, start to rise, really reaching. Shoulders lift, externally rotate. Maybe the hands come together. And then reach and step back. And then lower and rise. Inhale, lift, and exhale, downward facing dog. And breathe here. Inhale, just notice, how do you feel now? Now after you've been doing your practice for a little bit more open maybe. Inhale. And if you can just stay in the moment of the practice and not get ahead of yourself, it will make starting even easier. And one more breath. And then from here, find that target. Boom. And fold. Bend the knees, reach the arms, and come to stand. And then let's just take the feet hip width for a moment. And we're gonna do Urdvahastasana. I want you to feel the arms and the side body here. So let's inhale, reach the arms up. Now from here, go ahead and elevate. And then, so in other words, you're lifting the shoulders up, but if you think of the shoulder blades on the back, you're rolling them away from your ears at the same time. That's Urdvahastasana. Check out your pelvis. Make sure your butt's not back or under. Everything is neutral. Pubic bone and belly button on the same plane. And then from here, we're gonna take a side bend over to the right. So as you do that, you can take your hips to the left and just feel this is side body from your pinky finger all the way down your hip, maybe to your baby toe. And then rise up. We'll go the other way. Inhale, lift up, side bend. So I'm letting my right hip go out to the right a bit. And I'm feeling from my pinky finger on my right side all the way down my hip to my baby toe. And then rise up. And from here, we're gonna take it into Uttanasana. So inhale here, come forward. Let's take the hands on the shins and lengthen your spine. Try to straighten your legs as best you can. And then getting deep in that hip crease, start to fold in. And if you want to, you can just relax your head down. You could even draw your chin in and breathe, shoulders away from your ears. Doesn't matter if you're all the way to your legs or not. Breathe, inhale. Just go where it feels good in your body. Inhale, lengthen. Take this moment to reach out, pull the belly in, reach way up, and then exhale. Let's step everything together in Samasati. And now I'm going to set up the blocks for some standing poses. So one in the front and one in the back. And we'll go ahead and step out. And we're going to come into Trikonasana. So turn your left foot in, your right foot out. And then from here, just get a nice expansion across the chest as you come in to the pose. So the hand comes down, I take the block so it's under my armpit, and then I'm really reaching up. Now I really want you to feel this line from this right hand all the way across up to the left hand. And then from here, open up a little bit. Now I want you to reach this left arm over your ear. And can you roll your shoulder away from your ear as you do that? And there's side body. Now what happens when you reach the bottom arm? You feel some obliques. And inhale and rise up. Now we're going to come into warrior two. So we'll start to bend, melt, feel the expansion across the chest as you gaze to the fingertips. Breathe, inhale, exhale. Now, Utthita Parsvakanasana is a great side body stretch. So I'm going to come into it a little bit different with the top arm. So you can start by taking your forearm on your front thigh, or you could be here, or you could use the block. This top arm now, instead of reaching this way, try that for a moment. Reach the arm this way. Notice how it's hard to kind of elevate the shoulder. Now, instead of doing that, let's drop the arm and feel how the shoulder kind of naturally elevates and rolls away from your ear. And reach, kind of like magic. And then turn your right ribs. And maybe you want to gaze up towards your hand, maybe you're straight ahead. And now to come up, we'll come up the opposite. So you just drop the arm, and it's almost like momentum bringing you up. And then let's go to the other side. It's just a fun way to do it. Inhale here, Trikonasana first, coming into the pose. So there's a line of energy from my pinky finger, my hand, all the way across my chest to the left hand. Feel nice and open here. Now notice when I take the arm over, you have to really work to lift the shoulder and roll it away from your ear. But it still feels really nice. And then reach both arms. Feel those obliques, rise up. And now warrior two. So feel a nice expansion across the chest as you bend. Nice opening. Gazing over the left fingertips, breathe. Now we'll come into Utthita Parsvakanasana, extended side angle. So you could go here, you could go here. We're gonna do that same arm movement. So drop the arm, let the shoulder elevate, but roll away from your ear, and then you turn and breathe and feel from your pinky finger on your right side all the way to your pinky toe, that side body. And then to come up, just for fun, we're gonna drop the arm and rise up. And then let's go ahead for Prasarita Padottanasana. Just have a nice wide stance with your feet parallel. Inhale, hinging at the hips, come forward. And for today, let's take a nice long Prasarita Padottanasana. So feel like you're in a down dog. Like you can let your shoulders elevate and externally rotate. So they're not rolling in, they're here. And it'll help get your back nice and long. Nice stretch across the chest, breathe. And then inhale, rising up. Let's take the yogi toe lock. So first two fingers, big toes, and just draw your head down. Shoulders away from your ears. You could put a block under your head if you needed. Breathe, shoulders away from your ears so you're not here. Breathe. Inhale, you should feel the legs, the back of the legs, hamstrings. Engage the front of the legs so you get that even more. And then inhale, lengthen. Take the hands on the waist and rise. And then we're going to turn out for goddess pose. So let's come in with angel arms so you feel the back engage. Feel the back engage. Lats are engaged now. Breathing, inhale, and just let your body melt. Try to open the knees. Breathe, inhale, and exhale. And then inhale, rise up. And from here, we're going to turn to face this way to the right. Both hips are in the same direction for Parsvottanasana, but we're going to take these nice arms. So you could come from angel arms, but get the sense of external rotation. Feel that elevation as you come forward. Reach, reach, reach. Keep pulling your right butt back. Then at some point you might want to take your block, especially if your hamstrings are tight, whatever level you need, and start to reach it forward. Really reach. And then at some point you might want to just relax the chin down. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, really reaching through the arms. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. I'm going to take the block and put it to the outside of my right foot. Take the left hand on for Parivrtta Trikonasana. Now first I'm going to lengthen the spine, then start to turn. Really rolling my right shoulder open. Inhale. And exhale. One more. And then inhale, using your breath, rising up. We'll go to the other side. So inhale here. Reach the arms. Shoulders roll open and they're elevated. And then reach forward. As I'm reaching forward, I'm pulling my left butt back, really reaching. And then you could take your block, whatever level, and really reach. Get that side body long. Reach. At some point, you might want to just drop the head down and breathe. Inhale and exhale. And then inhale, lengthen. We're going to take the block to the outside of the left foot. Put my right hand on it. Reach the left arm up. Now roll the left shoulder open and turn. Breathing, inhale. As you exhale, feel the right ribs turn to the left. And then using an inhalation, rising up. And we'll take a step up to the front for Samasatihi. And now we're going to come into Utthita, Hasta, Padangusthasana. What does that mean? It means Uhita extended, Hasta. Hastas are your hands or your arms, and Padangusthasana is the foot. So I'm going to do it facing this way, and I encourage you to use the wall, and we're going to add some arms. So finding your focus point a little down, or your drishti, let's lift the right leg up and just pull up. Feel this standing leg. Now, go for your yogi toe lock. And then I want you to find Urdvahastasana with this left arm. Reach way up. You could use the wall and extend out. Keep that gaze. Notice how that helps give you a nice long line. And then you're going to open out to the side. And as you do that, you keep your arm up. You can open it out a little and find a little back bend. Notice how that helps you go deeper. And then we bring it back. And then both arms. How does that feel? Hard, but good. So let's do the other side. So letting the left leg come up. You could be leaning back, but try not to. Try not to. Just know it's there for support. And then we're going to go ahead for the yogi toe lock. Reach the right arm up. Feel that side body. Keep your gaze a little down. And then we're going to open. Maybe you want to open this arm a little bit. It's still elevated and externally rotated. Lift up. And then come back. Keep that gaze. Reach the arms, hold the leg out there, and slowly come down. Hopefully that went well. Let's take a nice vinyasa here. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale here, lengthen. And let's go ahead and take it back to downward facing dog. Just breathe. Notice how your down dog feels now, as opposed to the beginning of class. And we're going to come down into something really nice, child's pose. When you're in child's pose, I want you to think about that side body. So we're taking the butt back, reaching the arms forward, and really reach. You can elevate and externally rotate here as you melt your chest down. Just breathe and melt your butt down. Keep breathing. And then we're going to take this to the left. And I really want you to focus on the right pinky and the right butt. Reaching, reaching, reaching. That side body. Breathe. And then inhale. Let's go to the other side. So now you're focusing on the left pinky and the left butt. Really reaching. You can elevate that left shoulder. Roll it away from your ears. And just notice that stretch. This nice length in the lats. And inhale. Rising up. And then from here, let's go ahead and come to seated. Hopefully that felt really nice. I know it did in my body. So Dandasana, staff pose. If your back is rounded, bend your knees a little bit. You want to sit up really tall. And we're going to come into Paschimottanasana. So if your hamstrings are tight and you're here, you might want to use your prop to lengthen your back and try and straighten your legs and then come into the forward bend. Some of you who are more flexible, you might be able to interlace your hands. Right? And then just pull from it, feel the back and the side body really lengthening. And then allow your head to melt, breathe. Really straighten those legs. So you can also feel side body here. Some of you might grab a wrist. Inhale, lengthen. And then we're gonna make our way down to the floor. So we're gonna do a roll back. Have your prop handy, especially if you have tight hamstrings, because we're gonna do Supta, Utthita, Hasta, Padangusthasana. So same thing, but lying on the ground. So I'm just gonna move over to get more room. Sit up tall. Let's find a roll back. Curl the belly back. Pull the belly in and come all the way down. And then from here, do your Urdvahastasana and feel that. Did your ribs pop out? Just pull them in a little and really roll the shoulders away from your ears, reach the arms. And then from here, we're gonna let the right leg come up. So you can go ahead and bend the knee, let the leg come up. And then we're gonna try and grab that toe, or you could use your trusty, you could have a longer towel if your hamstrings were tight. If your hamstrings were tight, you could bend the knee and straighten, right? And just play around with that. And then for those of you who can, grab the toe and stay here and pause for a moment. You could have your arm out to the side now. Take a breath in, roll your right shoulder away from your ear. You could play around with, maybe you could curl up, only if there's no tension in your neck. And then come back down. And then from here, inhale, exhale, open the leg out to the side, out to the side. And maybe take your gaze over to the left and breathe. Make sure this hip isn't popping up. You want to really work to try and get this hip down. So you stretch the top, the hip flexors. And then inhale, let the leg come up. Let's curl up one more time. Exhale, coming down. And slowly letting the leg come down. I always like this because you can feel the difference in this leg and this leg. This leg feels really stretched out now. So now we'll bend the left leg, pull in. If you're using your towel, you pull in and practice straightening, bending, and straightening. Just a few times, right? Some of you might have your big toe. And then curl up. Try to keep this hip nice and lengthened and not popping up. Make sure there's no tension in your neck. Coming down, inhale. You might be using the towel still, right? As you open out, open your right palm and you can look towards that hand. So do what's working in your body. Reaching, 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 and opening. And then inhale, let the leg come back up. And curl up and slowly lower. Let's reach the arms overhead again. Just reach really long, and now we're gonna do a roll up. Notice both legs feel even now. Inhale, exhale, start to curl. You can always use your hands here, that's fine, or maybe you didn't need to. And come all the way up. And from here, let's go ahead and come into some Janu Sirsasana variations. So we'll let the right leg bend. You could even pull your knee back for a moment and just feel that. And then give yourself a little cradle here. Feeling the hip, right? That outer hip on the right side. And then put the foot on your inner thigh for Janu Sirsasana. Start by taking a little twist to the right. And you notice this, the QLs on this side get a lot of length, and the obliques are working on this right side. As you lift up, exhale, turn the left ribs to the right, and then your gaze goes that way. And then from here, we're gonna take a side bend. So we're just gonna come to the left elbow. If that didn't happen for you, you could use your block to get a little height. And then we'll just reach that right arm up. And then inhale here, exhale, reach over. Some of you might be able to go to the outside and the inside. There's so many variations you can do. You can also use your towel. But you want to feel this nice opening in the whole side body here. And then inhale, rise up. And if you are still using your prop, you would bend the knee for Janu Sirsasana and come forward. Some of you might be able to interlace. Some of you might be able to grab that right wrist, but you really want to pull that right side so you feel all the openings here, and lengthen and breathe. And then inhale, lengthen, and rise up. Should feel really nice. You just go as deep as your body wants to go with your breath. So bend the left leg, pull the knee back. It's okay if you're a little rounded here. Bring the leg across, sit up, pull it towards you. Feel this nice opening, lifting. And then we're gonna go ahead and take it to Janu Sirsasana. Inhale, exhale, turn. So now I'm feeling the obliques work here and nice length across the QLs on the right side. Quadratus laborum. Inhale, it's the name of the muscle. And turn. And then inhale here, we're coming into the side bend. So you can take your elbow down. Some of you may use a block. Okay? And then reach that left arm up. Whatever variation you're doing, this arm comes over. Some of you might be able to grab the outside of the foot and the inside of the foot and turn, or this is also a good thing to do. Turn. Inhale, rising up. And now we're going to come forward, but there's a little twist. Inhale, and you really want to pull from that left side. So wherever you are to get that, breathe, lengthen. Feels so good all along this side. There's also hamstring stretch, you may have noticed. Inhale, lengthen, and rise up. And from here, we're going to make a transition. We're going to come to Anjaneyasana. So I'm just going to cross and come to the knees. I'm going to use the blocks in this little series. They just give a little height. So also, you could use your little towel or you could be on a blanket. I'm going to put it under my left knee just for a little cushion. But you don't have to use it, but you want to be forward of your kneecap, not directly down on it. And let's go ahead and step the right foot forward. And now I want you to really pull this left butt under. So actively do that as you lunge forward. So you want to be feeling this stretch in the hips right in here. And then from here, we're going to add some angel arms. And I want you to feel how the angel arms engage the back body. So inhale here, come out for a minute or a few seconds. And then adding the angel arms, bend again. And notice how deep can you go with those angel arms? How deep? Then we start to reach, really reach. Now feel the elevation, external rotation, reach. And then inhale, rise up. Pause for a moment. Now we're going to try it a little differently. I want you to take a block, if you have one. Otherwise, just reach your arms and get this as a sense of pushing into something. So push in, reach the arms up, high this time. So it'd be okay if you didn't have a block. The same thing, just elevate, externally rotate. Now lift up so the side body is engaged to begin with and the shoulders are elevated, and reach, 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 and rise up. Sometimes the transition from angel arms, where your shoulders are depressed or down, to elevation can be a little awkward or a little stiff in the shoulders. So it's a nice transition if you want to try it. Let's go to the other side. Step the left foot forward. And let's start with the lunge. And I want you to really get the butt under actively so we stretch the hip flexors. And lift the sternum. Just feel that. Breathe. And then inhale, rise up. Now we're going to do it with the angel arms. So we engage the back muscles, which is what I love about angel arms. Feeling the back engage. Lifting, lifting. Now feel this transition as you reach your arms. It's a little hard to elevate, but you can do it. Elevate and reach, 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 reach. And then inhale, rise up. Now we'll try with the block. See how you like it. So if you didn't have the block, it would just be pushing in, reaching up. So push in, reach up, Elevate, externally rotate. Keep lifting as you bend. Keep that right butt under. Reach, 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 reach. Breathe. Inhale, rise. And hopefully that felt really good. I know it did on my body. It's nice to try things a little differently, I think. You might, I don't know, your body might understand it in a different way. So let's go ahead and come into Upavistha Konasana. So legs apart, only as wide as feels okay in your body. And you want to make sure you're sitting up. So if you have to use your hands to do that, use your hands. And you can bend your knees. Because sometimes if you're really rounded, just bending the knees helps. And get a sense of opening. Now, if everything's going okay and you want to go deeper, we're going to go for that pancake. So we're going to reach through the side body, but keep sticking your butt out and keep your feet activated and not turning in. You want to really open them up. Keep reaching and only go as far as feels good, okay in your body. But if you want to, maybe you can keep reaching. Keep trying to stick your butt out. Keep elevating the shoulders, externally rotating, breathing. One more breath. And rise up. And even if you just made it to here, or you were here the whole time, you will have benefited. Let's go ahead and just do something kind of fun. Grab your toes, pull the belly in, and lift up. And just open up the chest. And then from here, can you take your legs together? Keep that sense of opening. And then for extra bonus, release. Maybe reach the arms, Navasana, and then bring everything down. And then from here, let's make our way down to the floor. So taking a breath in, exhale, start to curl the spine down. Pull the belly way in. Really curl, really curl. Breathing. Reach up. Let's do one more curl up just for fun. Reach, exhale, start to curl. I always say if you need to, you can use your hands, but if you don't have to, that's nice too. And then sit up. Let's use the blocks here. We're going to lie over the blocks. So one goes right under the sternum, the bottom edge of the shoulder blades, and the other one at the head. So curl back. So this is going to be Urdvahastasana, but you have support. So stay here. Now reach the arms. And it kind of takes you beyond it. So you get a really nice stretch all through here. Reach. Let's bend the knees. Almost like you're taking your butt back. Feel that nice back bend. You could close your eyes. Breathe. Let the arms have energy in them. They're elevated, externally rotated. And then we're going to slowly come out of this. So inhale, exhale, curl. And I'm going to put the blocks to the side and come back down. And then let's bend the knees. We'll come into an articulating bridge or articulating Setu Bandhasana. Take a breath in, start to curl. Feel the energy in the back of the legs. They're working, the front is opening. Reach your arms over your head. Really feel the side body. So from the pinky finger down to your hips, to your knees, to your toes. Maybe lift the heels up. And then slowly feel the side body. Feel everything stretching, curl. And come down, curling. All the way down. And then let the arms come down. And then from here, let's come to our supported inversion. So you could use a block under the hips. Just let the legs come up. It's always nice to do an inversion at the end of class. Notice, are you sticking your butt out or tucking under? Can you find neutral? Keep the legs active. And you could close your eyes here too. And those of you who have shoulder stand and halasana in your practice, you could go ahead and go over. Or just stay there, especially if you have osteoporosis or if it's contraindicated. Inhale here, but you want your neck long, right? So not forward, not back. And then some of you might want to come here. So if you're doing shoulder stand or halasana, you could pause the video and do so at your own pace. I'm just taking us through it. And you can even bend your knees here for Karnapidasana. And we're going to meet back here. And then from here, let's go ahead, take the legs down, lift the hips up. We're going to shift them to the left. Take the arms out to the side, let the knees come up, and take the knees over to the right. And then from here, really roll that left shoulder open, turning the right ribs to the left, and move with your breath. Inhale, exhale, open. And then we'll come back. We'll go the other way. Lift the hips up, shift them to the right. Let the knees come up, take the knees over. And then you're going to roll that right shoulder open, turn the left ribs to the right. Breathe, inhale, exhale. And then inhale, bringing everything back. Let's take a moment and just kind of curl up, and then release. And come into Shavasana. And just stay in this place where you did it, you got started, you made it through the practice, so it's your reward to just be in this light. And stay here as long as you'd like. You can pause the video, but I'm going to go ahead and take us out. So just become aware of your breath. And you can start to move fingers and toes. And as you're ready, bending the knees and making your way into a fetal position on your side and pausing. And then slowly making your way up to seated. And I always like to finish class the same way we started. And just notice, where are you now in your body, in your mind, especially since you started this class and you made it all the way through. And just take this with you and let the fact that you started and you made it through class and you're in this light, spread it and let it resonate in everything you do. Namaste.